Hello. Happy Wednesday night, everybody. Woohoo. I am getting set up here so we can see things. Might not be able to see everything, but hopefully I can paint in the shot, right? Let me see what it looks like down my group. Okay. Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Hi, Deborah, Allison, Patricia. Hi, Pat. Jen. Howdy. Hi, Heather. Yay. Thanks, guys. I get to thumbs up myself. I didn't know that. Right on. Too cool. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? I have my fan on, so I thought it might get loud. That's a new thing. What does that mean? Huh. Hey, Jen, or anybody. Hi, Lolo. Can you guys see that symbol like next to Jen's name and oh, you know what? That might mean international or something because it's Heather and Allison Wells, and then Jen, Sparkle Pants, or Sparkle Tangerine, Sparkle Pants. Sorry, Jen. Yeah, that must mean international or something. I don't know what that means. It's like it looks like a picnic table with an A next to it. I've never seen that before. Howdy. Hello. Are you guys ready for some awesome painting? Not awesome on my part, but some fun painting. I'm not trying to toot no horn here. Absolutely not. And I'm going to give myself a square to stay in. Hopefully I can keep myself on the in the shot here. Is that right? Okay, I'll check it again. So tonight I'm going to be using, oh, it's kind of, let me zoom out just a little bit. There. I'm going to be using the watercolor concentrates. Ta-da! Which right now I have these available in minis, and you can get either watercolor prints with them, or you can get a stone. I haven't figured out all the little details, but they are available in minis right now if you'd like just to do a few little projects. Okay, I'm just trying to get that off. How many people we got on? I can't see the number. That's weird. Anybody got a number? 12? I think 12. Hi, Mary. Hello. Mary Reeves in the house. Okay, I'm going to get started. So tonight we're going to do a thing called Wet on Wet, and I'm going to show you on a different stone first so you can see the effect, and then we will get to work. Those we're going to be using probably later because they go on top of the color. So basically you just get your concentrates ready. I think I need that one. Not yet. Purple. Cyan. Sap green. I'm going to do navy too. Or you know what, I'm going to do navy and smoky black. Because I might use that for shading. Last night I got a little heavy-handed with my, so my Seahorse got very dark, which you know me, that's how I roll. We do dark. Red. Yellow's going to get its own little dish because I always turn it into brown somehow. Always, always, always. You know what, maybe I'll put some orange in with the red. And I'm going to use a little bit of the pink gouache. My gouache is like hardcore matte watercolor, so it does get crunchy. You can just pop just like that and it should come right out. I don't think I have any of this right now. I don't know, might have one or two out there, but I don't know if they're in the store. I'm working on the gouache, and if you have had a leak, please send me a PM. Just gonna leave that there. Having a bottle issue, another one. Okay, and then this is a color I'm working on, so I'm gonna play with that too. I'm trying to do a magenta concentrate. That one is proving hard to make. Okay, I think that's probably enough. What do you guys think? 400 colors. All right, so wet on wet is basically you get it wet, you get the area that you want your paint to react wet, and the theory is it will stay inside the water. I mean, sometimes it travels, and it's very moody on Santorini. Santorini is the best surface to paint watercolor. However, it is a stone, it is porous, and the color will travel under the stone. So, oops, there was a little yellow there. It will travel, you know, it will bleed. So be prepared for that, and it's a normal thing that happens with watercolor, period. That's why most paintings are splashy. So you would get the surface wet that you want. Depending on how much water you put on there is what it's going to do. So I'm going to do one completely fully saturated. I'm going to do another one. What is going on? I don't even know where the yellow is. It must be on my rock somewhere. Okay, well, we got some yellow going on. That's hilarious. Must have when I opened the cap to the yellow. Okay. So this one is going to be just damp, and you'll be able to see the difference between a fully flooded thing and then a damp. And with the stone, they dry fast, so you gotta kind of work fast. I'm gonna put some more water here. Okay, here we go. So, take some of that out of there. When you are doing wet on wet, you have a wet surface and your color is wet. So, and then you can just touch it to the thing, and it does this beautiful blossom blooming. It blooms out depending on, you know, what type of paint you're using and how much fluid you have on the surface to what it ends up looking like, you know. And on a stone is way different than on paper. But I love the effect on both stone, paper. It's a gorgeous thing. So on the damp one, you'll see that it's a bit different. See how it travels, but not too far. But then if you use it just straight on the rock, see the difference? It's like a pen almost. So straight on the rock with a lot of water and with damp. And then you can bleed it, touch the there you go, and that bleeds it, or whatever it's called. Okay, and let's try another color. Let's try this one. Ooh, I like that. Do you like that spidery kind of look? Look at that. I love it. I love it. I like to do these 3 colors together, the primaries, because they make a rainbow and it's so pretty. I'm going to pull up some of that water and share it around here so it will move around. So to me, wet on wet is like a very unique look. You know, you get it's never the same twice. But it gives you, instead of a hard line, you get, it makes blending really easy. And there, I like to make brown, so get some green going here. Come on, blue. Give me some movement. The rocks dry so much faster than paper, so it's kind of a dance. You gotta go back and forth with your water, but you guys get the idea, right? Isn't that fun? Aren't those pretty? Hi, Glenda. Hello. Happy hump day. Hi, Maureen. Is it Maureen? I think so. Okay. So that's the wet on wet technique. And that's not all I'm going to be using, but that's how I'm going to get the color in it. So I'm going to be using some mighty thin brushes from Mary. Thank you, Mary. I love these brushes. They are Silver Silk 88 series, and they come in different brushes, but these 3 are my favorite pretty much. Number 4, number 2, and a 0. So obviously there's lots of little things on here. I wanted to kind of take some of the carbon off there. Okay, that's better. So dark before. So when I print on the watercolor paper, I print in a very light grayscale, so it's very light. And when you do it on your stone, sometimes it gets real dark. So you can take a kneaded eraser and remove the graphite. If you traced, it'll remove that too. I love these. Hi, Katie. Hello. Hi, Connie Faulkner. All right, put the stuff down. I'm like just over here fidgeting with it. Okay. Okay. All right. get some water here. So I don't know why, but I always like to start with the face. So I'm going to start with the face. So because it dries so fast on rocks, I'm going to definitely be going in sections here. And I may have taken off too much of my lines, but that's okay. I think I can figure it out. So weird, we're having a little bit of a water doesn't want to even be on the stone. Huh, how weird. It's okay. So blue. This is cyan here. So if you don't like the bleeding that it's going to do, don't go right up to the edge because it will bleed on the stone. Looks like it's going to do it quite a bit. So I'm going to have to make this a bit bigger. Purple. Hi, Yvonne. What do I do with that? Okay. I have. These are the colors I'm working with, just so you know. There's sap green, aqua, red, orange, yellow, purple, blue, cyan, smoky, black, navy, and then a magenta I'm working on, and this is the neon pink from my gouache line. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep it from bleeding so bad. I may have to change my mind about the wet on the rock. This one's particularly I know we can make it work though. I've got faith. This is smoky black. I'm just going to mark this for now. The horn. Where is my one from last night? I was going to show you guys. Oh, here it is. So this is the one I did last night. So you can already see we're like already out of shape here. So I'm going to try to fix it with making the head bigger here. Probably need to make this a little longer now. Okay, new plan. So I'm going to do around the outside first, dry, and then we will work around the inside. You don't have to be precious with it when you're dropping in the color. You just want to be mindful of, you know, your colors turning muddy. I like bright pops of color on my seahorses, so. That was yellow. Okay, so on these squares in here, I'm going to test, because I need them to have like a bright yellow first. Hi, Katie B. I'm moving around kind of strange. I like to do the lighter color first so that I can identify where not to put the dark. Doesn't mean I will. I always am heavy-handed, so, you know. Okay. Here. So we're going to use the neon pink. If you have any neon at all, even acrylic, you could do this just by watering down your acrylic. We may just save this. It might have a funny shape face, but oh well. Hey, Janine. Thanks for popping in. Okay, I'm actually gonna hit this with all pink. I know, crazy, right? Okay, and then this is cyan. Yay, love it. I love it. Okay, the new magenta color, possibly, if I can make it work. And I'm going to actually add some cyan here, get some green in there. And then I'm moving to purple. I'm gonna get this wet and hope for the best. Oh goodness, cross fingers, y'all. Yay. Not too bad. Aw, thanks, Janine. You know, it's, I'm not going to say it's easy because that's not fair, but it's forgiving, I guess. Even if you, like, it's a mess right now, you can see that. It works if you just keep playing with it and trust the process. That's the biggest part right there. Trusting the process because it goes through a very ugly stage, and you really believe that you've lost it. And most all watercolors go through this like horrendous, uh, you know, ugly stage. So if you can get past that, the scare right there, I think that the intimidation kind of drops off. I guess purple's our color tonight that we're going to probably use for lining. I didn't want to go all purple, but it's the least bleeding of the colors, so. And I'm using it straight concentrate. I did not dilute it so that it won't feather out like the others are doing. Or less feathering anyways. Also, there's never two the same, so the colors on this one are already going to be way different than this one. but it's the same technique. I lost my lines, so I'm guessing here where they might be. I'm just blocking in some spots, so I might be able to hopefully figure this out. Isn't the purple fun? Yeah. I know I keep jumping around. I'm sorry. I'm trying to let sections dry so I don't make a mess. Okay, so we're going to do some hard dark shading here. And I find purple works best for that. It doesn't, most of the time it doesn't stay looking purple. Lord, it's been a day. I like this kind of look. You see that right there? Like when you drop in some neon on in those colors, I think it just is so cool looking. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Turn. Sorry about that. I wanted this to go faster, but since I'm having to be so careful with the bleed, it's going so slow. I need a little glue. I'm going to go over top. Okay, get our little pop of crazy color down here. Okay, let's see if I could help this face. Ooh, scary. Okay. What am I gonna do here? Oh my gosh. We're gonna lose it again. No. Hmm. I don't even know if my scraper would help in this situation, but I'm gonna get the big one, get the X-Acto knife out, do a test here. Ooh, we may be in luck. I know it's a horrible sound, I'm sorry. Right on. You can still see the bleed, but there's gonna be a kind of a blue background, so we might be able to straighten this up a bit. Cool thing, Santorinis are soft, so you can kind of delete some things. I think what I'm going to do is grab an acrylic pen, some like paint pens, and see if I can't get a border around this to help with the bleed. See, it goes way down into the stone. There's also no bleed white that we can, it also bleeds, but we can try to blur some of this out, right? Alright, let me see what I can do with some white acrylic. Which one do I want to use? Mixing white, probably. You don't put that in there, dummy. I learned that the hard way. Don't put acrylic in your porcelain. It doesn't work. But porcelain for watercolor is amazing. Or ceramic. So cool. And you can just leave that in there. Leave your concentrates in there. Let them dry. And then just hit it with water. And they reactivate. Alright. Straight white. May not work. But since we're going to have sort of a kind of a blue splashy, you know, watercolor background, it might clean it up just a bit to give us the face back. think I can work with that. I'm trying to leave it splotchy so it sort of looks like Santorini, you know. Not terrible. Okay. I'm just going to lighten this up here. I'm going to swap over to Bleed Proof White. It's very good, and it's basically watercolor because it's water-based, so you can reactivate it. It is very, very, very white. So if it's really wet and you use it on top of other watercolor, it will pull that color up under it. So oopsie, don't do it. Alright, I'm changing brushes, sorry. Thanks, Pat. That's why I like the watercolor concentrates, because they are just like, sorry, I had to take a drink in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, they're just very, very vivid. All right, face, come on, show yourself to me so I can move on. I may have to take a 2-minute break and go get some, I had to take some Advil. Now my stomach is wrecked. I might have to go get a, whatever that is, Pepsid or something. Thanks, Glenda. Thank you, Katie. You guys are so awesome. Thanks. It's not like I know what I'm doing. I'm, I'm making it up as I go because this is not like the one I did last night. I didn't think it would be because, they kind of come to you as you're working. So it's very much a whatever you're feeling kind of painting. Oh, thank you, Glenda. I feel okay. I just have, I don't know what I did to my neck, but I did a little something twister, and it has given me a headache for a few days, and I'm not going to let it win. you know, I got too much to do. But Advil is a no-no, I know that, but nothing else works when I'm really, really having that kind of pain, you know? There's just, I don't know. But now I'm paying for that. I may grab my neon yellow and put some pops of that too. Let's try it. Oh no! Of course I don't have yellow. Ugh. But no, that won't work. I was going to say low viscosity might work, but no. Okay. New plan. Maybe bright yellow. It is not the same, but and it's an acrylic versus I hear the boy. No, I don't like it already. I don't need yellow. Okay, I think the rest is going to be done with acrylic and the water, the other ones. So I'm going to give me like 1 or 2 minutes, you guys. Intermission. We're at the 1 hour, 7 minute mark. I'm going to go grab a Pepsid and I'll be right back. I'm back. Hi, Karen. Sorry. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry about the growling. Ooh, Pepsin. Chewable. Mmm. Alright. Come on, Billy. I want some yellow in here, so I'm going to use the watercolor to get the bright pops that I want. Activate everything. So this is the Chameleon, Spring Chameleon Dark, and then Spring Chameleon Light palettes that were exclusive to the table sale. I love to start with this blue. It's so electric. It makes me happy. Such a cool color. I don't know, my brush is being so stupid. My other one, this is my other favorite brush, but this one is being dumb. I don't know what's going on there. So I'll grab this guy. Sizzle. This is the sizzle factor of stop wiggling. I love it so much. Do you guys like that? when you start adding the watercolors or the chameleons on top, it's just like psh, you just upped your game like 5,000%. It's like, I can't claim credit for that because chameleons are just magic. So happy together. Alright, let's do next color. This fun one, this everyone's like, ew, no, this is a really great color. Use it with a smaller brush. Oops, touched the wrong one. I'm going to go on this part in here. Okay, we're going to grab this crazy green over here. I'm going into the light chameleon, set into the pink here. Purple, because purple's fun. Just gonna drop some water in there so it's not so thick. Okay, let's do this one. This yellow, I believe, has a pink glow, but it'll work here. And the baby blue over here. Sorry, I'm taking some water out of that one. These are like a finer grind, so they're like very, very fine. And then these are a thicker, they're not glitter, but they're thicker, you know, bigger particle size. So they're more sparkly, and these are like more metallic, but ooh, pretty. They're all beautiful. We're going to lose probably a lot of details while we're putting on this stuff, and then I'll have to bring back. Trying to, where do I want to go from here? No. Green. Yes. Not that much though. Hi, Carrie. Hello. It's kind of like a leopard seahorse, huh? Have you guys ever seen the rainbow seahorses? Like the real deals? They don't look like this, but they're very cool. Right. I'm going to use this. It's quite gold. We're going to mark our, I don't know what these are, horns or whatever they are. The knobby, knotty things on them. I know it looks bananas right now, but it'll make sense when I start shadow shading. At least I hope it does. Too much. Pardon me. I don't want to cover up like all of that pink. I love it when it goes on top of the darker colors. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? This reminds me of a, what is that? That mantis shrimp. The one that will knock your lights out. Alright, let's get this done, huh? Yeah. You know, I get this is what this is what happened to me the other night or last night, I guess that was. I just get so in like stuck in it and I'm like, "Oh, it needs more of this, it needs more of that." And then I go, "Oh my gosh, I go overboard every time." So I'm trying not to do that. I just feel like it's impossible because it's such a pretty thing to paint, you know? Is Tammy Paralysis on here, do you know? If she's not, does anybody want to tag her for me? Okay, I'm gonna stop with those. Oh, that didn't. I got a little carried away. Alright, I'm gonna get some black ultra matte so that I can stop going. Oh yeah, I do. Thanks for grabbing my attention on that. I sure do, didn't I? Okay, let me just color those in real quick. My bad. That was close call, huh? I'm gonna do the yeah. So I'm gonna get a big fluffy watercolor brush. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Big fluffy, dirty. Not really. I mean, it is dirty, but okay. And I'm going to wet my background, not touching my seahorse if possible. And I touched it, so it'll probably bleed. That's okay though. Alright, I'm going to grab some of the aqua and the cyan kind of together. Right, I'm going to take a paper towel, a little bit, and remove some. I have that acrylic on there, so it's kind of messing up my mojo here. I guess it just wants to stay white, huh? Okay, you win. Okay, I'm gonna give that a little dry real quick. Good night, Heather. Well, the eye's not done yet, but it's going to be black with a little bit of blue highlight. But I'm going to do these little sea plants things. This is just purple right now. Okay. What do we got down there? Get some of this crazy magenta in there. one side. I'm going to change the colors on this also. Maybe go with a weird orange and pink because it's different. Okay, watch this cool business. Oh my gosh, I love this color right here so much. This is just magenta, the color I've been working on. Okay, on this side, I'm going to use that fun color that I like. Yeah, you do, Janine. Totally. The seahorse is nowhere near done, but we're doing the background here for a second. So I'm using this color here. I don't even know what these pink things are, but I put them in my thing last night and I liked them. So here they are again. Okay, get back to a seahorse. Hi, Kathleen. All right. Okay, Mr. Seahorse. it's going to get weird for a bit here. But you will see it pop up and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I see it. I hope. Anyways, I hope you'll see it. It is fancy, isn't it? It's like I'm getting my hair did. Can you guys see it yet? Sorry for that. It's allergies and a whole bunch of stuff going on. Sorry. Yeah, the black, when the shading starts coming in, it's like, oh wow. But it takes a while for my brain to click with it, you know? Like, where is it gonna go? That's my problem. Like, I don't. Because I'll show you the picture I'm looking at, and it looks nothing like it. So I'm kind of having to be. See there? Yeah, we're crazy looking compared to that. But I like way rainbowy things. You guys know me. And I couldn't find one that I liked, so I'm making it. Which I don't do often because I have trouble visualizing my own things. So for the black, I'm just using my crazy black, diluted, way, way diluted. I just lost my place. Oh well, I'll start back over here. Are you guys still awake? Sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. Okay. Do you guys want me to keep going or do you want me to finish it later? Kind of hollowing out the center so that colors that I put underneath it shows through. Hi, Miriam. I'll keep going. Yeah, I'm a night owl too, so. Mosquitoes are driving me nuts. I really can't stand summer. I I know people in Texas are probably gonna hate me, but I don't like it here. I've been here for, oh my gosh, 16 years, almost 17 years, and I cannot get used to it. Just too much. I'm calling it. I won't go back to California, but I can't afford to be there, so I guess it's not so bad here. Except for gas just went over $4 a gallon here. I know, y'all that are living out there with the $7 a gallon, it's nutty, but I don't know what the heck, you know? I keep losing my little sections. Are getting smaller and smaller. Okay, I'm gonna fake it. I'm getting impatient. Okay, gotta put a few lines back that I lost. And this face, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do with this face? Okay, I'm going to put back a few of the little highlight thingies here. Okay, a little bit of blue in that eye. Yeah, we got real dark again. Oh well. It is what it is. Let's see. This is the Uniball gel. What is that? Signo. I think this is just a regular broad. It's not that one. It's not the special one, which would be nice right now, but I may have broke it already. No. Darn it. Ah, there it goes. Gel pens and watercolor are not usually very friendly. I don't think it's as cool as it was last night, but it's definitely something, huh? Come on. Give me a break here. Holy moly. I'm doomed, you guys. Holy cow. Okay, we gotta leave that alone. You do. You have so many, Glenda. You guys are awesome sauce. Thank you so much for loving the stuff. And I'm sorry I'm not doing very much justice tonight, but you never know. It might look great when it's dry. But right now, say trust the process, right? I'm already doubting it. Stop it. You're fine. He's not so horny. Sorry. Little 12-year-old popped out there. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have to call it because I think I still have like 6 hours of work left on it, probably. Not that much, but a lot. See how far we gotta go? Quite far. In this space. I don't know if I could save it. I tried, but we lost it when it bled. So, even the... Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's a mess. Anyways, the colors are amazing. They're nice and bright and vivid. I'll probably go in with a black pen and do a lot of dot work. That might work. Let me see what it will look like here. I might be able to get some. Even just doing that helps so much, huh? Because you can see the knots. That's true. Deborah, I did. Yeah, it is a lot easier on paper, but it's also beautiful and generally a lot easier on Santorini. But See, I think the dotting is going to help a lot too, just to bring it, back into some kind of. Okay, I'm done. I'm going. All right, guys. Happy Wednesday night. If I don't stop, you know me, I'll just keep going until 2 in the morning. All right, I will see you hopefully next Wednesday, and I will post this when it is finished. I don't think I'm going to record it, only because it's just more of the same thing. You just keep going until you're comfortable with your shading, which that's going to be fun too. Good night, guys. Happy. See you later.